Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Spirit Journey. Just open up my eyes. Very, very tired. It is October 3rd, 2019. And the time is approaching 7 a.m. in the morning. I had another vision. Again, my awakening from dreaming or sleep. Keeping my eyes closed, but just relaxing my whole body. And it's usually at that time that images appear. This time I was doing it, keeping my eyes closed for what seems like a long time. So I'm surprised at the time that it is, because I thought it was much earlier in the morning. So, yeah, I'm very, very tired. My body. This is what I could remember. I saw, again, I was in a dark place, and it looked like out in space, the darkness, everything was very dark. I think briefly I might have seen little pinhole dots, like, stars. But they were very faint, but there was a lot of them. And then I saw, then it got clearer again, like a circular, like the focal point, a circle in my vision. Outside of this circle, more faint, very blurred. And then in the center, within the circle, was a small circle, was clearer. And then I saw, like, the focus, it got like three-dimensional, and you see it's an object. It looked like some type of craft. It was tubular. It was white and shiny. The texture it looked like metal or something, white or off-white, like ivory. And it was, let's see, like imagine you take a circle, a tubular circle, and then you kind of push in to the two opposite sides of each other, kind of squish it. So now it's like more like an oval shape. And I remember seeing like that the tubular, shape, and how three-dimensional it looked. Again, looked like it was dark in the room, or out in space. It was dark. So some type of light was reflecting off of it, but dimly. And within the tapered or the oval shaped craft were structures within it that was also tubular. it was weird that it was all throughout it, very, very complex, very compact, all tubular, and it was like bobbing, like something would be bobbing in water. It was like kind of like kind of moving on its side, and like it's bobbling. And there were a few of them in this space. Now I wasn't sure whether like, because I get the impression I was inside some type of facility, even though it was dark inside. Like, I get the impression that it was something. I'm not sure whether I might have seen like an entrance, a large circular entrance. I think I saw that. And so they came in, so I think that's how they came in. I didn't see it like coming through the hole. I saw one point in the vision that I can see that there's some type of opening, large opening. So I just speculate that I'm within a structure, but it's big, big, big. And these things are like almost like you know how water is when you're underwater and things moving underwater. That's how this thing seemed to move about, like it had a conscience, like it's alive. And then it it got blur again, because again it's like I'm only able to see partially, within that circle of vision. That's the part that gets really clear, and you can see that it's three-dimensional. And then I think everything got kind of blur, but you can still kind of see through it. And you see them moving about. And it's moving about where I am. I kind of forgot a lot of this stuff. But I remember at one point that what's supposed to be me there, I felt that I was actually there, that my impression was that I that that somehow I'm over there, even though I'm right here in my room, but almost as if I'm seeing what I'm seeing through the person that is actually there, that's observing. And I felt like I was within a structure, that something was above my head. I remember seeing either it was above my head or below, above my feet. Kind of like it cupped, like a cup, how a cup is, that it's above my head, but it's broad, it's big, big, big. I know there's a structure, and it seemed like I was within it. It's really something. And I think it might have been going past what seemed like my face. I wish I could remember more of the detail, because I kept my eyes closed for quite a while. That it was just so hard to see. Yeah, I kept my eyes closed for a while. It could have been maybe for the hour or something. But everything is so faint. You could see movement and really blur. I'm really wondering What is this phenomenon? What is that I'm seeing? Why I'm seeing this? And I'm only able to see these things once I come out from a sleep, a deep sleep, or upon awakening from a dream. It's something that my mind is able to do or is doing upon awakening that facilitates these images that I see within my eyes, my third eye, if that's what it is. My natural eyes are closed. I don't hear any audibles, anything audibly. It's quiet. It has a peaceful feel to it. I don't get any emotional impressions, anything like that. I'm simply the observer. Yeah, I also like, with that craft. It looks like a craft again. And I already explained that it was kind of as if you take a circle and then you kind of pinch this both opposite sides. So it's like an oval. It seemed like the front part of it, um, it's like, how to explain this? Like as if you could, because it's like the outer ring, which is like tapered in, and then inside of that is all those all those tubules also come back together. But flat though from top to bottom. I mean, not that it's pushed in and flattened, but I mean like it's made at all at one level, but all these convoluted tubules, and the front part was so it's like a curve because it's oval now, the front part, and it's almost as if like you could grab your hand and pull it from that. Imagine if you're a giant person, you take your hand, so you're able to drag it from the front because it's free of the other tubule. So it's a space between the tubules that are concentrated in the center of this craft. And so the very, very front leaves just the outer ring free, but by distance from some distance from the front, the very, very front, if that's what the front was, and then the inner circle. Yeah, I did not see any windows. I don't recall any windows. I didn't see any people. Nothing like that. I know I saw more to it, but that's the main thing that I could remember. And the impression that the eye or the observer that's actually there, I feel that it could be seen. Whoever who is doing the viewing, as if I'm seeing through their eyes, that is there. I felt that that person or existence is inside some type of vessel. And I keep thinking about, like in the movie The Matrix, how the beings were inside this um, oh God, I don't really know what you call it. Um, like a cell, like a encapsulated thing. I'm wondering what this is. Is this a bi-existence? Is this where the real me is from? Am I living like two existence here in this dimension on earth, but another part of me is somewhere else? I don't know how I could find out. I mean, I strongly believe these things exist. It's not like a fanciful dream, You can dream anything when you're dreaming, right? But I'm awake. And I'm seeing these things. Really interesting. And I have no idea what I'll be seeing when I do the meditation upon awakening. I don't I it the images just come to me. So I'm really wondering, like in the Matrix, am I being showed what I see here? And like I tried to compare it in one vision that I saw, like a movie projector, the old-fashioned movie projector, when we used to use film. Well, let's say you have two reels of film. When one reel of film is about to get depleted, there's like a break, and it usually has like a tape at the end, and then to connect it with the new tape, the new reel, there's another. So it's like a buffer area between the two, the one ending and the one beginning. And I'm thinking I'm able to see at this point of my my vision, that gap in between the real life and then the new real comes in of this falsehood, the life I'm living here in my bedroom with all the emotions, concerns, and all that. That is what I'm really, really starting to think. People have heard of what they call reincarnation. Some people say that their souls are from different, solar systems. And it sounds ridiculous. Some people are what do you call those things? That they here for a purpose on earth, to fulfill some spiritual purpose. My whole life has always been different. Never really, really fitting in. And I don't think that it really wants me to really get involved with everything, like with marriage life and having children, or even businesses. My life is definitely being hindered. And I know it's not by accident. I think the things that have been happening to me my whole life is by design. It makes me angry, some of the events. But maybe I'm only here really to be an observer, to learn, and to have people. I really want peace. My desire is peace, that we come to our senses. Because I don't like the violence. I think this is the real awakening about me. That something, I know it's fanciful thinking, but that I'm not really from here. That there's some other purpose for me. I really can't explain it. I really don't understand this phenomena. And I really wish I could find somebody that understands all this. I have no idea. And so that's why, especially this year, I've been watching all these movies and what they call the super soldiers, secret space, TIs, target individuals. Because I think those elements will really help explain what's going on within me. I also told you guys in past videos that I get these vibrations. I haven't had the vibrations at the base of my spine or like in between my buttocks and my private part. I explained that they're almost as if someone cut an outline of something that will almost fit like a diaper on me. It's in a particular pattern. Goes across the front part, like my little belly below, just above the pubic area, and then between my leg, and then up the buttocks area in a distinct shape, almost like someone did a paper cutout and that they glued it to my body. And within that cutout, this intense, intense, intense vibration. Yes, an extreme vibration. Sometimes it's just focused at the base of the spine, and then it might shoot up towards my uterine section, and then sometimes it shoots like a beam into both ovaries. Very bizarre. And then sometimes it like starts to move up the body up to my solar plexus. And I don't think it's old age, folks. Yes, you can laugh. You can laugh, yes. You have to start to laugh sometime. I think things are being done to me remotely. I think something is examining me from somewhere. And I did share in past video that I did get x-rays, MRIs, and I brought them, I had it done at the VA. That's the Veterans Administration. And then I brought the x-rays to a private doctor in in the city, paid cash. It was a lot of money just to read the thing, several $100s, almost $300, and then she wanted to add on an extra 100 when I left. And I said, "Are you serious?" When I think about it, how it's kind of funny. She knew I was right. That was the receptionist who did the billing and everything when you leave the office. I paid before, saw the doctor, and then you have to go back because I was supposed to go back for other visit, whatever. And I said, no, I'm not going to come back here, etc. So, I was basically asking the doctor, do you see any anomalies or any implants or whatever in there? And again, it's a private doctor, not affiliated with the military. And there's nothing. Think she looked, it was the one in the head. She took one in the head. And I know I had the pelvic area done also. I forget if she looked at that one. I think with her, I might have been more, because it was the dizziness. Yeah, I was getting vertigo. But either way, I did what I could do to try to find out what's going on. Do I have any implants? Someone suggested that, what's that? Some YouTubers, they'd say like, some things I remember, I talked to a spiritualist who focuses on the people in this, the secret space program. She's often on the James Rink, Super Soldiers channel, and she gave me a reading. So she suggested that I could have been used. It's all fanciful. But that's what she was telling me, that I was using some type of breeding program, that they're harvesting from me. I said, well, how could they harvest from me? I'm here. How could someone do something and they're not like physically here? It's not like I was put in a hospital, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But that they could somehow do that, just like those people who claim that they were abducted by UFOs, and that some of the ladies were used in a harvesting program to have children, and then they find themselves pregnant, and then they're no longer pregnant. You know what I'm saying? But this is happening, this vibration thing is happening for some reason. I don't think it's old age. If this is simply old age, I'm not even that old. I am in my 50s. I'm 56. And I will be 57 in December. Yeah, I'm healthy, basically healthy, but I see that my muscles now, my joints and my muscles tighten up very easily from physical activity. So I enjoy walking, but man, the next day my body is real tight. that's 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 the only thing that's really, you know, bugging me. And I do get that discomfort in my abdomen. But the thing with the vibration, that's new. And it doesn't hurt me or anything like that, but sometimes it's so extreme. Like sometimes it's like a light vibration, but sometimes it's extreme. I said, I know this is not. I know something is being done to me. I know this. It's because if if this was just me, it wouldn't be like in a pattern, and it wouldn't be like a beam being aimed at specific parts of my body. That's why I think I'm being monitored. And then I shared with you guys several times about the incident that happened to me at the restaurant, that somehow what I was saying was being listened to, and you could it affected my whole body at the restaurant, my whole being. It first affected my mood, and I was kind of slumped over. And then I thought, like, in my head, like a thought, a tiny little voice of a female, sound like a young female. I mean, not a child, just a youngish sounding person. And they were angry. They were yelling at me. I'm sick and tired of always hearing you. And that's all I remember. And then my heart got zapped and started beating uncontrollably. Then followed by ear sensitivity that night, and then in the morning, severe earache and diarrhea. I went back to the ER. I went twice because I thought it might have been food poisoning. So nothing. I was checked for all types of drugs and nothing. And I don't do drugs. I never did drugs outside of the ayahuasca done in a controlled environment in a religious ceremony. And I've never had this phenomenon. And so I know I'm not schizophrenic because I don't fit the book for how that type of thing happens to someone. And it was just for a couple of seconds, and then it went away. So it leads me to believe that I'm being monitored. I don't think the things that I'm visioning and the event at the restaurant that happened to me last year in 2018, I don't think those are the same people. But somebody else. That happened, what happened to me at the restaurant, it was an American voice that targeted me. But, you know, it's coming to my memory again about, remember a couple of videos ago? This was relatively recent. This could have been a month ago. That the oh, this was actually a dream. Like, I think I was actually slowly, like, sometimes when you're sleeping, that you're in like two realities, they start to overlap. Let me explain. Now, I'm dreaming, but it was an overlay. Like, that was the dream that I told you about the tiger. And initially I was like afraid because, you see a tiger. And then I saw the overlay of a lady. Yep. An older, I mean, she wasn't that old, but she seemed like she was a white lady, a European, a thick, heavy European accent, kind of on the heavyset side, and a round face. Hair could have been short or it was pulled back. So it wasn't hair dangling down to her shoulders. It was off her shoulders. And she was saying, I forget if she had a microphone, and her accent I discovered, because to me it sounded like a Germanic language. And then when I was on the YouTube, I found a lady on YouTube. It was a video. She's an author. She I think is a college professor for literature. She studied black literature, I think, some type of literature, but a focus on black culture. And she went to the U.S. to study black culture and get her doctorate. She's from the Netherlands. She's a very, very light-skinned black woman. And her accent was the type of accent of that lady in that dream. Now, I'm not implying that it's that lady, not at all. It wasn't the same person, different race. But that voice. She's a famous author, this light-skinned black woman of literature. She was on, I think, TED Talks. I don't remember the lady's name, but she has a Dutch name, very Dutch. And yeah, it was that type of voice. And so in the dream, I forgot that the dream was an overlay because I listened to the video I did on it because I'm recording my experiences and I'm uploading it to YouTube as a diary library, and I was reminded about some of the details about it that I forgot about, that it was an overlay, that there was these two visions at the same time overlapped. I saw the tiger or the lion. And then I saw the lady. She seemed like a scientist type person, that strong Germanic accent. And the lady said, and let it eat you. That she wanted me to allow the lion to eat me. So it's like a control thing. All about control. And I saw that the lion wasn't really a lion. It was just two-dimensional. I saw on the side of it that it was flat. I said, this is not real. This is like a hologram projection or something. But it only like if you ever looked at a virtual reality thing, the glasses, and you see the image. When you see the image on the side, it's flat. Yeah, so you have to look at it straight on to make it so that it looks three-dimensional. But when you get close and look on the side, it is flat. And that's what I saw. And I believe that that so-called dream was a dream that was put in my head from some remote place, and I'm being monitored through this. An experiment is being done on me to make me, to see how far these virtual reality games could make you think it's so real that it let you eat. Maybe it was trying to kill me in my sleep. Because I remember I said, oh, is this what death is like? Because the thing was, but there was no pain involved because it can't be, because it's not real. But I felt like it was around me, but I'm here in my bed. So that reality of the physicality of me being present in my room was there. But then this lion or tiger, and then the lady, that Germanic lady, and that accent sound like from Holland. That language there is a Germanic language, Germanic people. And I kept saying, boy, that lady has a very round face, round shape, small. And she was deliberate and she was mean-spirited. But the voice of that lady and the voice of the one at the restaurant were two completely different voices, different temperament. The American sounding one was young and very immature sounding, while the one in the vision was older, had an older feel to her. Not sure what her age is, between the late 40s, even up to early 60s. Yeah. Really something. So that's why now I'm a little distracted. But there's an expression that I developed that don't forget to live. Regardless what's going on, these things that go on that distract you in life, always have time, put in time to enjoy that which you can enjoy. Yeah. So now I walk around and reminding myself, enjoy the now, because I see that all these things, it's trying to rob me of inner peace. I do want to get to I want to expose what's going on. That's very important to me. But I don't want it to consume me enough that I don't have any pleasant moments. Enjoy that which I can enjoy in my life. Oh, you know what else about this tracking? That a family member, and I shared this also, I'm really just trying to get all the information in. So those people who are really following my channel, that you really understand why I'm starting to come to the conclusions that I'm having. Because a family member had this thing vibrating in their leg, and they were telling me that, hey, that there's something vibrating in the leg. And I'm just thinking, yeah, right. And they grabbed my hand and they put it at the part where it was vibrating, and I felt it. And it was pulsating in threes. And then it paused and then repeated the cycle. This, it was going on. It didn't stop. And with my hand on that thing, I mean, you didn't feel any object, but you just felt it. It was strong impulses. And That I think that incident, that was a couple of years ago. It could have been maybe 4 years ago that happened. And I realized at that point, that person is being monitored. That person is being monitored. And I had to go in their room, and I heard the thing, the same type of sound that thing made in the room, over the person's bed. I said, that's the same sound. I didn't feel anything, but I heard it. I said, this is not by accident. And even on close inspection of that person's bed, I thought maybe it was an electric bed, maybe, it had device in it. No, it was an old wooden bed, wooden frame, nothing, because I had to lift up the mattress. It was nothing but an old mattress with a wooden board. That's why I'm thinking, wow. And I believe they're getting data from this person. And that spiritualist that goes on the James Rink show that I had a session with, she's also saying that she could be getting she's being monitored, because she had children, and they're monitoring me also through her. So I guess, when she was pregnant, that they were monitoring her to also get information on her offspring. And then with my vibrations in my reproductive area being monitored to see if I could still have children according to this spiritualist. This sounds very, very bizarre. But it's really intriguing. And so it could be many different things that may be different, like some researchers suggesting that your info could be sold to other people, your data. And maybe they are sharing my, what's it, the term biometrics, your your energy signature to other scientists so they can tap into me and tap into the data within me. And that's maybe, you know what I'm saying? So some are examined in my reproductive area. Some people are projecting things in my mind when I'm sleeping. And then me, the phenomenon when I'm in between when I'm awakening, then I'm learning how to increase that buffer zone area so I can tap into in between, as I call it, the two reels, film reels, the one that's ending and then the new one that is coming up. But the gap in between those two, I'm learning how to increase the distance to see the real reality. Thus seeing what looks like space, what looks like spacecraft, what sometimes looks like a building, ocean, or a large body of water. Those are the things that I'm seeing. But I'm not able to hear or talk or anything like that, and nothing is talking to me. Just like I'm just an observer. So any of you who understand this phenomenon, or is it happening to you also, get in contact with me at my, in the comment section, or if you want to email me, you could email me at spiritofazalea at gmail.com. When I upload this audio file, I'll leave that information in it so that you can contact me, and perhaps I could interview you if you're having similar phenomenon. So, each one teach one, and it's really about sharing data, sharing information to the masses to get the secret out. Because I think there are secrets that are being done on innocent people, and when we all are aware of what's going on, that we can try to put a stop to all this, to expose these people. And I'd rather know what they're learning about me, because I love to know everything about my body and mind. That's my right. So I know this was a long one. I didn't mean for it to be as long as it was, but I just want to just have everything documented so that you guys or researchers in the field could learn and compile the data and inform the masses and expose those bastards. Okay? So again, I thank you for listening. I hope, I thank you guys who were able to follow along in this audio file. Yes, you could share my video with friends and family members. Comment below. And again, to give me the thumbs up. And those who like my content and everything, you may wish to consider to donate to my channel, to my PayPal Me account, and the link you will find at the banner of my channel on the right hand side, and you see the PayPal Me link. Just click on it and follow the prompts, and to give what you feel prompted to give. Much is appreciated. Again, I'm thanking you all in advance for your support and for watching my videos. Take care, be safe, and much happiness to you all. Bye-bye.